Yusuf? Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm live. Yeah. Right now I'm live. We'll wait for viewers to pull up. Well, yeah, that's a goal. That guy, if he sees it and he pulls off, the guy that said we should talk about. What is up, chat? Welcome. Welcome. Hey, how are you? Told you what's up, man. Wa alaikum salam, brother. Huh? Yeah, the network is all right. You guys want to join the stream? Oh, you're doing great. I'm just here chilling with my boys, my brother, and my friend. Yo, say what's up to the chat. Nice. You're doing great. Yes, sir. Yo, today, the reason why I probably appear small on the screen is because I left. Yeah, you guys can join the live if you want. So I might have to go and drop the link on my Insta. So anyone that wants to join the live can join the live and we can have a chat. So give me a moment. Give me a moment. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so everybody. We got two people watching right now. So you see one? Right now it's showing you. For now, one person is watching. And here, 0 likes as of now, and $0 made. So if anyone decides to send you money or something like that, he said the two best friends. Sharply dressed. What? Yeah, rate the outfit. Rate the outfit. This is a traditional Nigerian cap, and also it's traditional Nigerian. Yo, do you wanna wear the full outfit? I'll show them. Yeah, he's gonna wear the full outfit. The garment. Yeah, the garment, and you guys are gonna see. Hey, double tap on the screen right now. Let's get 12 likes. All right, so he's wearing the whole African bed sheet. I mean, what? No, face this direction there's a lot more light on this direction. You have to respect this this is the party. Yeah, this is like one of our best traditional outfits. You only wear it like on occasions like weddings. He came to a wedding near my area and decided to pull up. So yeah, how does it look? Rate it out of 10, everybody. Rate it out of 10. In order for you to get this color, you have to actually pay like maybe $18. Oh, $18. Yeah, that's how expensive it is. Yeah, some of them live in America, though. That's like pretty cheap to them. But really? Yeah, for people that live here, it's actually quite expensive. Sorry, I can't join the stream on a family celebration, so sorry, I might get out the stream. So sorry, Grandma. Ah, bro, no worries. So how can you rate this outfit? Yeah, everybody, I want to know, rate the outfit out of 10. Yo, somebody say 10 out of 10. Rachana said 10 out of 10, bro. Let's go. Double tap on the screen right now. Double tap on the screen. Let's get the likes to 5. Wow. And this outfit that you see is actually a symbol that represents Nigeria all over the world. Yeah. Like the vice president, the president, or any other leader from Nigeria is this kind of outfit that he always wear. Yeah. We actually make it as a symbol to represent the culture and the culture. Yeah. Around the globe. If you can see, most of the leaders when they travel, they wear like the full. Yeah, they wear this kind of. Yeah, what is it? What is it called in English though? Like, is that an English name? Oh, I know that. Like, what Ali is wearing right now is called kaftan, right? Yeah, kaftan is actually proud of the simple fabric. The fabric. Oh, the fabric is called kaftan.
And the kaftan is the name of the company that started producing that. So
Okay.
kaftan is a particular name of a company.
Okay.
Like this, you can actually call it in the traditional name known as Babariga.
Okay,
That's the
Barbariga.
Hausa. The only reason why it is referred to as Babariga is because Hausa language is the most largest in West Africa.
Okay.
So they give it the name Babariga, and that's
Okay.
why everywhere you go, they call it the Babariga.
Tell me about the cap though. I know this cap is made by hand. It's basically just stitched up by hand. But you all got no pyramids. We
So
don't.
this car,
We used to have pyramids, though, bro. Like, but it's a pyramid made of.
what is it?
Your friend has a vote. Has my vote. He sounds and he dressed like a politician.
Yeah, actually, I'm a politician.
No, wallahi, listen, Usman. He actually comes from a family of politicians. Like right now, his uncle is a serving senator in the Nigerian government.
Minister.
Oh, minister. He's a minister of agriculture. Sorry, used to be a senator. Now he's a minister of agriculture. So he is from a political background. So yeah, that's why his speech is like that. As soon, I'm sure he's gonna join politics as well. Unlike me, I'm not really into politics.
What
I
I
knew
want you
it.
to understand is why young people are admiring to join politics is for us to change the perspectives of our own future. You understand?
Yeah.
We live in an environment where young people feel useless. And for a developing country, we need to put young people in government and politics. That's why we admire. So you have to join politics. People like you have creative mind and that will make the infrastructure very good. And the future, believe me, sky shall only be our limit.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Bro, this guy is definitely getting votes, bro. All I'm saying is right now, when he becomes a politician, I hope he doesn't forget me.
I will not forget anyone. So as long as
Yeah, bro. I want
you are
this
part
brother
of
talk
my
with his hands. He can sell water to a fish. Yeah, man is so convincing right now. Oh man, you got jokes, man. I can't lie.
How can you say water to a fish? He lives there. How do they say?
Yeah, bro. Man can deceive people and stuff. But this guy said that we don't have pyramids though. Like we other Nigeria used to have pyramids, but maybe with like peanuts or something. You know,
Pyramids?
pyramid. Like
Yeah, we have
we used to be one of the largest exporters of
agricultural products in 1940s.
peanuts, especially.
Yeah.
You know that peanuts,
Yeah,
groundnuts.
peanuts, kola nuts, and
Yeah.
nuts. At the time of Shagari,
Mm.
at the time of Tafawa Balewa,
Mm.
Nigeria, before Nigeria first industrialization in 1961, we only depend on agricultural products,
Yeah.
kola nuts, peanuts,
Oh, yeah.
and all these agricultural products. We used to export it to Europe, England, and all these places. In 1940, we are more larger in terms of rice production than India.
Yeah.
Now we are not even in top 12 because of
It's
corruption.
corruption, yeah,
And
definitely,
the
bro.
change of projectile from agricultural perspectives
To
to oil and gas.
oil and gas and oil, we do have oil and gas in Nigeria.
Yeah, in the fourth
But
industrial revolution.
I think
That's what
I think Nigeria really needs to go back to agriculture.
Actually, we need to go back to agriculture with the emergence of Senator Abubakar Gari as the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security. We have now taken the center stage, not only in West Africa, but globally. As you can see, about 56,000 unemployed citizens have been employed in agricultural sector. And now we are in a very big revolutionary process.
Okay.
And at the end of the year, about 1.5 million youths are going to get employment in terms of agriculture.
And in the agricultural sector.
So
That's
with my uncle being the minister.
Yeah, your uncle, like, bro. Now that just like if you give him advice on like how to yeah, bro, like tell him to carry the youth along, bro. I can't lie. Like agriculture, Nigeria should really go back to agriculture. He would forget as fast as politician becomes corrupt. This guy says Sergio THNQQ said, "You will forget all the promises you made as fast as a politician becomes."
What? Let me tell you something. Corruption is a choice.
Yeah,
So it's a choice.
you hear that, bro? You said corruption is not a mistake; it's a choice. So, and he chooses not to be corrupt.
Choice.
And the thing is, as a young man in your early 20s, you've suffered the struggle. You've been through the struggle right now in Nigeria. So once you get a chance to be at the high table, like you know what the problem of the youth is. So you will find it a lot easier to solve it. It's not like all the people that are saying right now, all they care about is themselves. They don't know what we're going through.
What's happened actually is that is they have the sense they don't
This brother sits like a politician too. The way you're saying, you said you sit like a politician too.
what's happened is that I'm a politician. I'm not a politician in the sense of
Actually, bro, I don't want to cut you off, but like, let me tell you something. You know, in our university right now, the faculties we have presidents. So under faculty of science, currently he's the president of faculty of science, like student president. So he's like, you know, if you want to become a leader, you have to like, it's like small steps in leadership that will take you to this heights. So something like this student leadership, it's like the starting point. You know, you start learning by becoming the leader of a student. Soon, maybe you become the leader of your community. You start becoming the chairman of your local government, and so on. Like, and that's how it builds up to eventually you becoming like a governor of the state, a senator, and even the president or the vice president of the whole country. So it's like a ladder. You get me? Somebody sent an offensive message, but let's see what is it. That's why your leaders are fat and old instead of healthy and can walk around the slums and touch hands with anybody.
so actually
Where?
this man is actually talking to me directly. Is he in Nigeria?
Well, bro, what country are you in? Sergio, which country are you in? It's like Sergio's been looking at Nigerian politicians.
Yeah.
I mean, African politicians, maybe in general.
What's happened
Hey,
is
Yoda.
that
Mama,
Mexico.
oh, you're from Mexico.
You are from Mexico. What actually happened is that some of our politicians are fat. Yeah, I can say they are hot. But the fact that they are fat is it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's their way of dressing. For example, if I wear this Riga,
Yeah,
you
this
can
kaftan.
just this kaftan.
Yeah,
See me as a fat man.
yeah, you make you appear fat, but I can't say that not all of them are fat, but like, yeah.
And the fact that they are fat, that doesn't mean they are corrupt. So you can inherit fatness from your father.
Yeah.
Hey, you understand? You can see someone very poor, but he's fat.
He's fat. Yeah, I've seen that.
That means his genetics that follow from his grandfathers or anything else. And let me tell you something very important. Sergio from Mexico. We Nigerians.
He said it's worse over there in Mexico, like the governance of corruption and stuff. Wait,
Yeah.
is Mexico like is corruption in Mexico far worse than corruption in
Don't
Nigeria?
you know Mexico supposed to be more developed than America itself.
Wow.
In South America, we have Mexico, we have Venezuela. Venezuela is the first country to have the largest reserve of oil and gas. They are rich in agricultural process as well as mineral resources. They have gold, they have diamonds, they have countless barrels of crude oil reserved. But the only why they are not developed is because of that beauty and jealousy of American people doesn't make them to when
America getting a stray bullet right now.
yeah, when America want to defeat you, they can't actually use the bullets weapon. They can make your leaders corrupt. That's how.
Yeah. Usman said political sitting technique, leaning back, talking facts, giving orders, and pointing. Mexico borders with the US, have tanks, jets, is prison in Mexico. Oh, I believe it's the reason why a lot of Mexicans are, migrating into the US as to seek asylum and stuff like that. I,
What happened is that
what is the solution, do you think, though, Sergio?
No, what
In your
happened-
opinion, what is the solution?
What happened is that
Mm.
the only reason why Mexican people
Back
in their
home.
own country,
Mm.
and the main source of that is lack of insecurity. When this lack of insecurity because in the absence of that, they wouldn't be able to take what they intend to take. Yeah. And the poor people in Mexico are not benefiting from what their government are producing.
Mm.
They are rich in sugar production. They didn't know how to implement that, how to create jobs, how to create awareness
No.
that might be beneficial for their own children. And Mexican people have such now platform where he starts talking the truth and the fact about what is going on. He might be killed in the next 48 hours.
So there's like no freedom of speech in Mexico.
Yeah.
Nigerian prince meets Nigerian politician live stream. Yes, sir.
Who is Nigerian prince?
They refer to me as a Nigerian family from royal blood.
I understand.
Yeah, like
I understand. So what is
one thing I noticed about like every third world country, right? It's like they're not really poor. It's like the government is the main issue. It's either there's insecurity. For example, like my state, my country, Nigeria, in terms of resources, in terms of natural resources, agriculture, land, space, we have all of it. In fact, they claim that we have more money than even Dubai. But we're one of the most poorest. Southern grow marijuana flowers for Narco
Jalisco?
Jalisco. The boss owns all politicians instead. My dad is basically head of agriculture of marijuana.
Did you know what is marijuana?
I know it's smoke, right?
Yeah, it's the smoke.
Is
And
it no? Is marijuana the same as weed?
there is marijuana, there is Indian hemp,
I know
there is
Indian hemp.
Arizona. All this.
How do you know all this? Did you research or did you test? The Prince of Sheffield versus to Prince of Nigeria. Yes, sir.
Who is the boss anyway?
Yo, so anyone that wants to join the live and have a debate with us about politics and stuff like that.
I'm ready. I'm ready to face anyone in terms of politics.
And globally.
Globally.
Man is confident, anyone that wants to join the live stream should head over to Instagram and search up Grammar Vlogs. On my story, there's a link. And if you click on that link, it will notify me here, and I'll add you to the live stream. If we can have a face-to-face in the debate or chat or something like that. But hey, Sergio, man, your dad produces marijuana. So they're basically like drug lords.
Places like Colombia, Brazil. Now, Colombia is the most highest producing cocaine globally. So diverse in their own country. So that's why most of them depends on that in terms of their economy. In the world. So they depend on sugar. Same as Mexico depend on coca.
Yeah, stop. Mexico has a Coca-Cola addiction problem. Is that like a serious thing?
It's like
Coca-Cola?
yeah, it is.
Well, Coca- you addicted to Coca-Cola?
You can get addicted. Like I am an tea addict.
Oh,
If I didn't drink tea,
okay.
I get sick basically. Are you guys fasting?
Today? No, we're not. Who are we? Ashura? Ashura?
Yesterday I'm fasting. My dad won't me to.
Yeah. Chat. Chat, I'm enjoying this stream, I can't lie. I'm enjoying the stream. With 20 minutes into stream, I just thought, you know what, let me just stream for an hour today. Sergio, tell me more about your country, bro. I'm actually I'm hooked. Yeah, I'm fascinated to learn. It's like, I don't know, I was going to say Nigeria is worse than Mexico, but now that you say all that stuff, like, it makes me feel like we're actually doing all right. I mean, the number of people like migrating out of Nigeria is like compared to the ones migrating from Mexico to America, it's like you can't, it's uncomparable. Like I do know that there are Nigerians that are it's your animal conservation talk, bro. It went well actually. We did it yesterday, so we went to this school called Starlight International, and like I told you, my role was to speak on advocacy for wildlife conservation and also motivate students to take actions, and that's exactly what I did. But one minor issue that I encountered was I prepared a speech that I wanted to make, and the speech contained like words that are, like very exquisite. I don't know, like high standard English or something. Whereas these kids that are listening to my speech, turns out they're more of children that understand English, but at a very small level. You understand? Their understanding of English is not that much. So once I started making the speech, I realized that, bro, they're just sitting there looking at me like, you're not getting what I'm saying. So I'm like, yo, I had to go off script and break down everything. So once, like for example, in my speech, there's a point where I talk about how Indian tiger population dropped, and the Indian people working together with governments formed like committees and stuff like that to protect these tigers and to repopulate the tiger population in the area. So saying all that, like they don't get it. So I had to really go off script, break it down, and tell them like, yo, you know what India is, right? They're like, yes, India is a country. So in India, at some point, the tiger population dropped. You know what population is? And they're like, yeah, some of them yes, no. Like population is the number of a certain species or something like that. I had to really break it down to them. But inshallah, in like 3 weeks, we might go to a different school. And now that I've noticed that these kids don't really understand English the way I do, I'm gonna really uh prepare a speech that is up to their IQ level or something like that.
What are you guys getting paid?
Payment for now, it's a UNODC. It's like a United Nation. This what is it called? Foundation or something. I don't know. They have different UNODC from different countries like India, Nigeria, United Arab Emirates. They have their embassy in different countries, and if you do well, like they can sponsor you to go to different countries. I remember a team that did the same kind of speech awareness campaigns that we are doing right now, and they were sponsored to go to Germany for conferences and stuff like that. So it's this thing like there's a lot of potential in it. You're talking like a politician now too. I mean, I have a politician as a friend, so what do you expect? I'm learning from him the hand gestures, the calmness in the voice and stuff like that. President of the US is sending too many people back here, many narco wars in my area due to high population. I actually saw a prison or something that was constructed in less than 24 hours or something for the immigrants on Instagram. I
Open charger and
charger,
USB maybe charger.
I think, Go check the drawer on top. Let me draw it in. There might be an Apple charger or something. Everybody in the house uses Type Z. I type USB normal like. I used to tell them that I'm the only Kanuri streamer or as a YouTuber or something.
I want to join stream soon.
Live streaming?
Yeah, I'll and I'll start streaming.
Oh, you should honestly start.
But my level of streaming consider more on the fact of students and youth development. Just imagine if today, as a young man, have a colleague with the same mindset and perspectives as I am in
Elsewhere.
another country, another magnificent membership or organization, we will be able to create something very, very interesting. Must consider our own plans.
Also, you want to like form a group that like it's like a political it's like a political party, but it comprises of people from different countries.
No, not
what?
political party. It's a movement.
Oh,
It's a youth
so you
advocacy.
try to start a riot?
Yeah, right? Everyone is amended the freedom of speech. If I go on international television advising young men to wake up,
Didn't do anything wrong.
it's a freedom of speech.
Freedom of
It's
speech.
an advocacy.
You know, I wanted to be like one of those freedom of speech type people where I just speak my mind and wake reality. I'm just afraid of my own life, bro. I can't lie. Nigeria is a country where you can get assassinated for just telling the truth about the government and stuff like that. I'm afraid, I can't lie. If I'll get like, protection from the people, then, bro, you're part of politics, boy. If I, for example, right now, I'm police minister. Let's say if I say something about him, you guys will come after me, bro.
No, I'm not going to come after you. The fact that
My country has pyramids in desert, jungle, don't go nothing Egypt. Nothing Egypt is Arabs. What do you mean? Egypt is also part of Africa, bro. Though despite the fact that they are Arabs, they're still Africans. Yeah, so Egypt, Morocco, just happens that they are Arabic Africans. Yeah. They are they're different from the Arabs in the Middle East. But they're still Africans. That's why they play football in African leagues and everything like that, bro. They can try as much as
why
possible.
am I not seeing the dollar increasing? What is this dollar sign?
The dollar sign only increases when they send me super chat. So if anyone wishes to donate a certain amount, any amount, like or in their currency, it doesn't really have to be a dollar, but it shows as a dollar. So when you're streaming, sometimes your audience, if they enjoy the stream, they send you like $1, $10, 100. I think the max is like 500. But in Nigerian currencies, the max is like 100,000 at once. So yeah, last stream that I did, this woman from America, she sent me 100. She sent me $20 super chat. But then every donation like YouTube takes 30% of it, especially if it's coming from a user that is from America. If it's elsewhere, then it's like yo, chat. By the way, there's membership available on this channel right now. Membership. Sorry, it's a bit pricey for now, but the reason why I did it is because I'm really trying to buy equipment for the money. But once I get the equipment bought, I will reduce the membership to like low as like $20 or something, so that everybody can be able to afford it and stuff like that. So yeah, and I want to talk to you. I want to say something, guys. Time for us, man. Look, we got jollof rice. We're gonna eat right now, right there. Y'all know that Nigeria has better jollof rice than Ghana, so not even a debate, bro. Our jollof rice is like way better than jollof rice in Ghana. So any Ghanaian here, don't be offended, but it's the truth. Donate to the political party people. Yo, Omar want to see somebody send $1 at least, even if it's a dollar. Just somebody send $1 or something. He wants to see how super chat is. Like, he's learning how stream works and stuff like that. Usman, what country are you in?
Usman is a Nigerian.
He's not Nigerian. He's in like he's a Muslim man, but he lives in like UK or something. UK or one country, Germany. There's one that told me from Germany. Or is it Ahmed? Ahmed is in Germany, but Usman might be in London or something. He used to come to my stream. He said England. Yeah, England. I remember, you see? He used to come to my stream. That's how.
No, what I asked is, where is he from? Like
originally?
Yeah.
Yo, Usman, where are you originally from? Like, or are you? What is your like? What's the word I'm looking for?
Nationality?
That's one word. Not origin, no. Root? Not root. That's one word I'm looking for. Oh, you see, he's Pakistani. He's from Pakistan. That lives in
You guys are having chaos with India. How was that?
Bro, he's been living in the UK, man. He's got no beef with Indians. I don't think Usman has a beef with Indians. Have you seen that video on Instagram? It says, when I grow up, I will make a rocket or something. I will destroy India. Not heritage, bro. That's one word I'm looking for. It's like when you ask somebody what their not nationality, but like I feel like it starts with O. The word starts with O. Ancestry is from Pakistan. You see, ancestry, not accessory.
Origin.
Race. Sorry, that's what it doesn't start with O. I'm talking about the race. Yeah. What's your race? That's what I was saying. But now we know it's your. Wait, what is your race though? Ethnicity. Yeah, ethnicity. That's the word I'm looking for. Ethnicity. Not even race. Ethnicity. Yeah, bro. Yeah. So, but what is the difference between ethnicity and race? Race is like black race, white race. Ethnicity is like
your culture, your way of speaking.
so. Like, so does that mean Indians and Pakistanis have the same ethnicity group?
Yeah, they are just divided by political affirmations.
Yeah, it's a big game. It's a big game. I'm gonna eat on stream, bro. So I'm going.
No, don't eat on stream.
Why?
No.
Oh, you don't want to be seen eating. I'm gonna. I don't mind. I'm gonna point the camera at me. So since you don't want to be seen eating, chat. By the way, as an African tradition, we love to eat. I'm not gonna point at their face, but I'm gonna show you something. The way we eat, yeah, we basically you see a big plate in the center with rice, jollof rice, obviously, and we all sit in a circle, and that's how we eat together. I doesn't want to be filmed eating, but yeah. Can you give me a job in your Nigerian political party? I can help with the English words. Sure, if you can actually come to Nigeria. I do have a friend in the UK. He's my Somali friend. He actually moved back to Sheffield recently. And he was telling me he said he wanted to come to Nigeria to visit me. And I told you as he searched up the price for like ticket price to Nigeria, it's like 300, it's like 400 to 500 pounds round trip or something like that. So you can actually pull up and we'll give you a job here in Nigeria.
But that job may not be to his ability. May not be to his satisfaction. Let's say he gets a job for
How much is
it?
Oh yeah.
Converting to their eyes.
The only issue you may encounter is the fact that you know that Nigeria pays in naira, so
Naira is useless.
naira is priceless, bro. Like, I mean, what am I saying? Yeah, it doesn't have value. You get me? Unless if you're making money in like in pounds or dollars. If it's in naira, it's barely worth anything. Okay, somebody said, Sergio said, there is a mountain gorilla and a silverback. They are gorillas, but different ethnicity. Whereas race is like gorilla, chimpanzee. Okay, race is like different species. So like we're humans, but we're black, white, brown. Like that's our race. Whereas ethnicity, you could be like Arab,
Kanuri.
Yeah, Kanuri is like the language. It's like the language, maybe ethnicity, yeah, maybe British or something like that. Yeah,
Mainly language.
thank you, Sergio, though, for the explanation.
Man, I mean, no.
Or unless it's a ginalan. So just letting the well.
To do what, a ritual.
He can
Osman Ali is giving you a really bad advice. He said, unless if you want to come to Africa and become a ritualist or something, if you sell your soul here in Africa, it's really bad. These people make you do weird ass stuff to get money.
Yeah, I'm saying what enjoying something about it.
Yeah,
They
they
sell
don't.
their souls. Women do not caravans and part of Kuranga. But enjoyment anyway, Galo le ba.
I'm gonna choose an app because your debt is promised
Mm.
and your helper is promised.
And also, like, in most cases, if you notice that, like, there's a certain condition. These people, like, if they have the freedom to spend the money anyhow, they'll be the one of the most richest in Nigeria. You see them moving around cars. I'm allowed to make cash how much I can buy.
I mean, most of the young people for nowadays, if you see them with money, car, house, kala jobs are there, kala sila din natin yung masya sa din.
Wait, Jack, give me a moment. I'm gonna ask someone. Bro, I got to do this.
Do Roger, you just see a relate alert on his phone. And night. Every night.
He screams at night.
I don't know if they are cheating him or
They are thinking him in his ass.
Yeah. I'm not coming to this one.
mm-hmm.
No one I'm going to boss.
Mm.
And come
Not
on.
Rosa.
I don't know. He just said, "Bye."
I'm down the bottom.
Come on, my institute.
I didn't come alone.
I'm not here for you. That you are doing. I'm going to the April. That why I salary. I don't know $1 to 50 days. They have some crack.
I'm coming in.
What come in?
Hey.
Sir, room I have what to deal there. Which is a masala, the gym. Sala, for the gym.
Mudu mata ni ma la mashi. Mudu ba?
Mudu ma ka yi ma. Ozen ba ka.
Nigerian political press conference and lunch.
Yeah.
I mean, even the politicians gotta eat, man. To me, like food is like the best thing in the world, bro. Can't lie.
From here.
Okay.
Hey.
Why don't African women grow their hair? Look, it's not every culture. Like, for example,
Huh?
my culture and my religion prohibits women from shaving their hair bald. But there are cultures in Africa, like, for example, in Kenya, and I think even some parts of Nigeria, that women completely shave their hair bald. That's their tradition, that's their culture. They speak their own language, they are like their own people, you know? Like the ones that you see in Wakanda. So it's like a traditional thing. For example, my tribe, Kanuri, how you can identify us is by the tribal mark on our faces. Like we have tribal mark, but not every Kanuri. Obviously, the newer generation don't used to have that. So yeah, and naturally Africans don't really have that long hair. So even if the African women grow their hair, you hardly see an African woman with a hair that's like past her shoulders or something like that. It's really short. That is like even if they grow it out like throughout their whole life.
And most importantly, if you grow your hair as an African, your father will stone you to death because you have become a bastard.
As a guy, right?
No.
But he's talking about African women though.
What does it matter? He said, why do African women shave their hair? Well, it's not all.
It's what is the presence he's talking about. Because Muslims, you can't even see the hair.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's about the culture and where you're from, really.
So in England or America or in some country, if you barb your hair, you have cancer, right?
Yeah, bald, but
Bald, yes.
completely bald.
Not everyone,
They
but
were saying-
mostly. No, there's this way. Apparently, what I heard is that
As a young guy, but
if you take it, like, once you take it, your hair would stop growing for some time. As a cancer patient,
Really?
yeah, it makes the hair fall out. So,
but if
Who
you
me
do
have-
it, they may think you're a cancer patient.
yeah, remember my bonds like that's a grand the solo was a cancer cancer shows another college bar. Yeah, me at the moment I don't really pitching
It's not just the hair,
as part of the
eyebrows, okay, some also.
You just become bald like an old man.
Eyebrow old man no. Yeah, na old eyebrow too fast. Some they do that to respect the cancer patients.
Yeah.
yeah, like cancer week or something.
Why is it there's high rate of cancer, especially here?
No, because of smoking.
You can barely have someone have cancer in Nigeria.
Yeah, because of Nazareth smoking and the kind of food they eat.
No, it's like, and you know one thing?
Well,
It's like
smoking are
every region has their own.
You'll see that Champion say Baba shall affect them because Garasa politics are that both of smoking restaurant. Whatever smoking. Yeah. Rubin life film someone. Solia Rubin, Chidam Palia was Sa. So where it leads to cancer. Pattern ma Rubin during that's what
What drinks are on the menu?
Don't show them.
Water, man. Nice chilled water. That came out right out of the refrigerator. You know, it's hot, so you gotta really need a water. No any fancy drink.
For now, just water. Yeah, but sorry, Dora. Seva, get associate outside. Then you had to still be that game.
Is that a team, man?
Yeah, that's it yesterday. Wow. I don't know. That's it.
Sai bika da harkar gani. Oh, you guys have.
Right. As you said, we want I don't need to. Emma, look at it. Sima picture by Natima. If you warm it.
Oh, tell them team, man.
Tomorrow, ginger to talk. Rumble so why sorry. So I don't know. I don't know what that.
My friend has a tea addiction. He loves tea. Well, I'm like, I like tea, but not the way he does. Like, I drink it whenever I can. That's all I can say.
I can't live it without it.
You can't live without it.
No.
Do you know this flavor? That makes
I
it
want
easy.
them to understand that 99.9% of the tea is pure water. Only the 1%.
It's pure water, but the tea that you drink, you add a lot of sugar to it, and that sugar is unhealthy, bro. Like, that's what you have to drink.
I'm very young.
What do you mean you're very? Listen to his excuse. I told him sugar is not good for his health, and he said he's very young. You don't need to be old to worry about having too much sugar intake, bro. Even as a young person, you need to still worry about taking too much sugar.
The wala ba da ba. Na. Na ne peti ncha. Chim mo se ne shara.
Awa. Net our grimbal analysis.
Kanya la sha. Bula. Ah, ka so le da.
Grinda.
I think it's great. Never saw out there.
Bubichina.
I think so, but it makes a tea bitter.
No.
Grass?
No.
Nanan the buri want to do.
Hey,
Allah. Of course, a politician friend likes tea. Bro, could you sell sugar to a diabetic patient?
As a
Person.
politician,
Sell sugar to.
they have their own sugar.
I know that they have their own sugar, but is it okay to sell?
Yeah.
When
Look,
no, like is
They
it like
just-
if you know that
they
they
have
have
their own
diabetes?
type of sugar that they use. Like that
Yeah.
doesn't have them.
But it's very expensive.
Yeah. Is this
It's
filtered
just
or
lips.
saturated or what?
It's lips.
Okay.
The pure lips.
If you remember, my grandma and grandpa,
Mm.
they used to have this sugar just for diabetes and rice just for diabetes. Then you can allow it to go accurate.
If you sell it to them, that means you're just like, bro, would you sell sugar to a diabetic person? You misread my comment. Which one? Brother, sell sugar to a diabetic person. Maybe I didn't understand what you meant there, but I don't know. I don't know why I misread. In my country, they give soda to babies. They say it's healthy for them.
Which country?
Yo, Mexico.
Soda.
Sergio.
I'm told one minute. Why
Like
is it not good to drink?
soda, like any like all these drink,
Okay.
Cokes or Fantas or whatever. This one they say they call it soda.
Hey.
Una kalahin. Drinking soda may call them.
Yeah, yeah, parola in the juicing way. It's tasteless and it's
Okay, that type of soda. Maybe she want a cooking soda. Kana
The thing is,
I was in my roasting sasalima.
here in Africa
Yeah.
too, like people don't listen to
And in Nigeria, but
all this like age
Coconut.
restricted stuff on
Which one is it? We roasting salima.
on
Coconut.
drinks
This
and
is
stuff
a-
like that. For example, we have this
Coconut.
drink. It's an energy drink. Like it's like Red Bull, but it's called Fearless. And I swear to God, even kids are drinking it here.
Yeah.
And you can clearly see on the bottle that it's restricted. Like kids shouldn't be drinking it. Pregnant women shouldn't be having it and stuff like that. But people don't really care. They just take it regardless.
Right? Some pregnant women, when they become addicted to these
It's dangerous.
soft drinks, can this as well. Especially Coca-Cola.
Mm.
When say
Coca-Cola
pregnant,
is really hard.
are
You have a Coca-Cola skin.
they?
Wait,
Because yeah, sugar. Some pregnant women, but
No,
the-
Farouk,
wait.
what is the secret you can have? What the estimated delivery time is on 13 July. That
okay.
means it will come before 13 July.
Yeah. When it arrives, they'll call you for sure.
What is it about?
Yo, you know they say Red Bull gives you wings, right?
Some airings.
oh.
What are you gonna say? Ask the politician what his policies on making everyone in Nigeria drink tea twice a day. Hi Brian, how are you? Welcome, Matt. Welcome. Double tap on the screen. Let's get the likes to 6.
Stop on Timo.
Hmm?
Timo.
Hmm.
Our ordering care akala. But then
I don't believe Timu is a legitimate site.
He is.
it is but not as popular as Ali. Abena. Ama Timo products itself.
In my country, the
Our
NARC
payment be
makes
available.
problems and put
I
perfect
can see it.
politicians to fix
Oh,
it.
the day I get up a
He said, well, will you make Nigerians, if you become a politician, will you make everyone in Nigeria drink tea twice a day?
I'm going to build people, build infrastructure, build future leaders, not to convince them on business basis like making tea twice a day. What does it matter? I'm not.
I'm going to get something to do something.
I'm not a health.
You get silly questions.
I'm not a health technique.
I don't think I'll be popular, but if I do,
I'm no more than enjoy. That's what you mean, man.
for sure. Ama it's a hard work.
Yo, bro doesn't believe that Timu actually delivers and it's a safe and legit website.
Timo away first time.
Bro, it's safe.
Mobile phone part, that's what 100,000 naira.
You know,
You can
yesterday,
get 10,000.
yesterday I was with Laminu, right? And he said they deliver and the office is around, West End?
Yes, it's in our area.
Yeah, there's one shop. That's where they'll deliver, so it's safe. And you can use OPay, your regular Verb card or MasterCard. All of them work. Unlike AliExpress. AliExpress used to be only dollar card.
Order a laptop. Now you can use OT.
Mm.
AliExpress. My first time logging the cab almost made a lot of
Bonus pay.
I want to order like
I
a
buy three. I bought 3 products for 3,000.
okay.
And that product, my girlfriend asked me for it. Like, there's this new light, new one. Okay, that they are using for.
Okay.
Here is about 12,000, but in AliExpress, I bought it 1,200.
How will you get a phone?
Mm.
I want to buy like a mini laptop. Okay. One big one. No, the problem don't need kala gadget I you salary bill screen kala kala sorry kala.
Middle case must be.
Okay. How about mobile phone? Can you order mobile phone?
These are not cheap. We can order more.
Yo, do you have the app on your phone?
Anytime.
Mm.
Do you have the app on your phone?
Website.
AliExpress.
Mm.
I want to order something that is.
I want to search something and see the price of it.
What can we order that?
DJI Osmo Pocket 3.
As the first
Sorry, Jay, if I'm not responding. I'm just trying to tidy up the place. Just finished eating, so.
Huh? Well, you can do little business. Our books like you can
You can sell it for a high price, so yeah.
also.
Yo, talk to the chat.
Talk to each other.
No. Now I said I was streaming for an hour, and the hour is almost up.
So, guys, how are you guys? In my country, did not make us problem and put politician to fix it. What does he mean?
What did he say?
He said in his country, the NAC makes problem and puts a puppet politicians to fix it. I really don't understand what you say,
My
Sergio.
country does not makes problems and put puppet politicians to fix it.
The narcos
Uh,
makes a problem, but
Okay.
instead of them to fix that problem,
or they get the
They-
politicians. So like
puppet politicians, like young
the
politicians,
politicians are under them.
yeah, for them to fix it. Even in this country, it's like this. For
Yeah.
example,
It's almost the same everywhere, you know.
for example, in Nigeria, we actually don't. We have our own crude oil. We have our own refinery that produces that. What can I say? That oil and gas. Like all his here, we have our own refinery and the main product. But for example, if there is a crisis in Iran or Israel, they will say because of that crisis, the price of
Well,
it will go up. Why?
no,
Eh?
it's because of the war.
What kind of war when you have all your products in your country?
I don't know. You know the politicians. They just wanna.
That's how it is going.
Yeah.
So,
Let's see if the chat is.
yo, you guys still streaming? Yo, I hope you do not say anything that will get me banned.
I want this brother to be a Nigerian prime minister.
What has he been telling you guys?
What he said?
I want this brother to be the Nigerian prime minister.
In Nigeria, we actually don't have prime minister.
Mhm.
We
Well, we
are
don't?
having, yeah, we don't have prime minister. We are having a democratic.
That's how much I'm not interested in politics, bro.
We are having a democratic processes, same as that of United States of America. There are only president, vice president, the Senate president, and the Speaker, House of Assembly. We are divided into 3 arms of government. We have the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. The executive arm of government, we have the president are those politicians where they were elected by their own people. For example, governors, the
Why not in the
executive,
frame?
the executive chairman, the president. These are the three executive part of the government. When we come to the legislative, we have the senators. We have about 109 senators, and we have
109.
House of Reps.
Wait,
House of
we have like 2 senators or 3 senators from every state,
We
right?
have three senators from every state,
Every state. Okay.
and the speakers, House of Representatives, depend on the population of your state.
I think
So
senators are like the most richest out of all, right?
no, we don't have supreme leader.
Oh, it says,
Nigeria-
let me just read this chat. Many black people visit my country, but they don't sound like you guys.
So
The
what?
accent.
Let me try to explain to Usman the kind of government we have. So we have the executive, the judiciary, the legislative, and the judiciary. So the supreme leader part falls on the judiciary arm of government, whereby we have the chief judge and prime minister. So they are the judiciary. So in Nigeria, there are only three: the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. There is nothing like prime minister or supreme leader. In order to come into power, you must be voted and vote by the people, and for the people, and only by the citizens of your country. Registered one.
Registered citizens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing like prime
Oh,
minister.
unfortunately, they abuse the system.
No, they didn't abuse the system. But
You can't defend them. To be fair, there's a lot of election malpractice.
there are election malpractice, but even in America, there is an election malpractice.
There's
Just
election
depend
malpractice everywhere.
in power, you always learn to know when to stop, because some people,
Yo, let's say. Let me ask you a question.
yeah,
If you want to become a politician one day, right? You want to become a leader at some point in your life.
I'm leader even now.
Does that mean? So does that mean that for you to get into government, you will still abuse the system and do malpractice, and then once you get into government, you do the good? For example, let's say your intentions were
Let
to
me tell
actually
you something.
not do corruption and stuff.
Let me tell you the dirtiest part of politics. In politics, we always look at our own interests. For example, if today I became the governor of my state, and if my tenure comes to an end, and if I want someone to succeed me, I know you can never betray me.
Yeah.
So I'll put you in that position of the electoral committee. You defend my interests. That's how it is. It's
That's
all
why-
part of interest.
Now it makes sense. For example, my state, you see, before it used to be SAS, and he's close with Kashim Shettima, and after Kashim is close with Zulu. So it's like once they're leaving office, they pass it to those that are close to them that they trust.
Yes, and
that's how it goes.
And let me tell you something. In politics, especially Nigerian politics, you need to crush your enemy into non-existence. Perhaps
No mercy.
no mercy. Perhaps you are going to get lost. Don't see the amounts of money you have in your account. If your enemy gets into power, you'll be poor. Yes, in just a second.
Yeah, I've seen that happen. I've seen leaders taking advantage of the leadership, and
there is three of you, so judiciary, legislative, and executive. The
new
new
Nigerian government is formed. We're gonna rule this country. I can't lie. Well, which one is the highest though? Which one is the highest?
the executive is the highest.
You give me the executive, right?
What happens?
It's my live stream, so
what happened is that the executive is the most powerful,
okay,
and most strongest, because how can you impeach a governor just like that? Leave this position. It's not an appointment. They elected him president to impeach him or anything or else. But the legislative are the decision makers. For example, me as a president, if I say I want to construct an international airport base, I'm not just going to approve that contract. You, as the judiciary members, must vote that yes, an airport should be constructed. And that's when the judiciary will come, then approve that process. If the legislative say no, then you, the executive and judiciary, the executive and legislative, you meet in the
So if I get you correctly, executives are like governors, presidents,
presidents.
those that are voted into power
Yeah,
by the people,
yeah,
and the legislative are those that do the voting when a certain, let's say,
they are the House of Rep
House of Reps and Senators,
senators.
the ones that will pass bills. Like
Yes,
the
pass
US, they say they pass a bill.
bill.
Yeah, so they vote what gets to happen, what doesn't get to happen. And then the judiciary, like they are the lawyers and
They are
whatever,
lawyers.
they make it happen.
Yeah,
They sign it into law and stuff like that.
Yeah, they sign it into law.
You know, I swear to God, I'm 21. I'm gonna be 21 years old, right? I don't really care about politics, bro. I don't really care. It's today that I'm actually learning all this stuff right now. I can't even lie to you guys.
That's the most important part of being with a creative mind. Is a pattern growth.
Okay. Now you're taking too much credit for yourself.
We don't fight here in the, what should I say?
This is not the
what-
legislative chamber.
You want to abuse
Nigerians are used to that. You know, just recently I've seen them throwing chairs at each other.
because of disagreement.
Our
You
leaders,
see
man.
your father
So
trying to smack someone.
Yes.
all the legislative because he is the oldest. Ali is the legislative because he's the oldest.
Ali?
Oh,
Nah, I'm the oldest.
Oh, you're older than Ali?
I'm older than you.
how old are you?
How old are you?
I'm 22.
23?
I'm going to be 33 next month.
Oh, we're age mates.
Same, close enough. You're in the same age range. I'm the youngest here then apparently. But obviously the youngest, smartest, the richest.
Not the richest,
What?
but smartest. Because
Oh man. Yo, chat, we reached 1 hour and I said I was going to sleep for an hour. Should we keep going or should I end the stream?
I think we should end it.
Yeah, bro. Had a really wonderful stream today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for everybody that pulled up. I really appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you everybody for that liked. And I said this channel has membership now, so if you want to get membership, you can purchase that on the channel. I'll see you guys next stream. Peace out. Masalam, brother. Masalam.